With Lord Death going to be the start of the finals game of Havoc Incarnate versus Havoc Exception. I messed up my one moment.
It's okay. He'll have more moments.
That's
I agree with Skywalker in our chat. I think if I was a betting man, I would put all of my money on Havoc winning this.
You know, Havoc is going to win this game.
Yeah, 100%. There's no other way.
And you know how Havoc's going to win this game? By Lord Death staying in the corner. Same outcome will happen if Lord Death is in the corner. You think Havoc's going to lose? I think you're about to lose Mod. First game going to Havoc Incarnate. Wow. Fancy.
Out the gates.
Going right into it. Yeah, that's super quick on the side of Exception for allowing... I was supposed to say Havoc. I got to say the second word. Allowing Incarnate to get it. We're going to know that this game's going to have a lot of bursts. I mean, when I was talking like these two teams playing each other, this is like peak chaos. I mean, 1-to-1 right there, just like that.
Yeah. Honestly, didn't even see what really happened. It was just too much going on, way too quick to follow. I think there were probably multiple tags that went off at the exact same time because it seemed like it went from only one person down to the entire team down.
Absolutely. We are looking at a little bit of brick going into the corner. Win getting the double. 24 getting a double. Save. Win getting a double. 24 getting a save. And another save. 20 tagging Win. Sand getting a double save. See, that's the point. Like, I could do that. You would get tired of it. Another double save. See, it's like, literally, I could just keep doing that. It's going absolutely wild. 4 minutes, 30 seconds into this first match. We are having a point up on the board of 2 for Havoc Exception. I don't know. I think Havoc's going to win this one.
Got it in the bag. Easy.
4 minutes, 20 seconds left on the board. 1-0. Incarnate v Exception. This is the start of the finals. Oh, people are talking about, I think, the team your mom. Go to look at Lord Death diving in to get the save. Win gets a double tag. Bomber gets a tag and a save. 24 gets a save. Lord Death gets a save. and gets a save. Everyone is saving their teammates. And this is something that you see at this higher end version of these teams playing each other. You'll see basically, well, people prioritizing saves. And we've seen that pretty good off, I'd say, most of the day, honestly. Most teams have been prioritizing saving. They understand its importance. And we're going to continue the save your teammate movement.
Absolutely. It's the most important thing you can do. Always be a bro. Be the best friend you can be.
Vertical shift game, you're fired. Bomber blast 24 getting a tag and a tag. Tag 24 on a tagging spree. 24 getting another save. I gotta say, 24 is popping off, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the stats at the end of this. I think it's just gonna be our highest numbers we've seen all day by a lot.
I wish I could keep count of double tags, double saves as stats. That'd be good to go for a version down on, because I'd love to see, for example, a game like this, who has the most double tags, triple tags in a match.
Yeah, no, that'd be very interesting. Statistic. It's a hard word to say.
Just say stat.
Yeah, no, that's probably exactly why they do that, isn't it?
We are now at the lower half of this first game. It is 1-2. I don't really have a prediction. I mean, Exception won the last tournament where they beat Incarnate. I think it was the finals. So, I mean, this is really Incarnate's time to shine, or it's Exception's time to be like, nah, fam, I'm the winner. And that's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, I could see both of these teams taking it, but no way to know until we watch and see what happens. I think this is anyone's game.
It's my game.
Well, it is our game.
Yes.
Our game.
1-2. 2 minutes left on the board. Again, we're seeing the normal stuff we're used to, which is basically just a lot of burst play, a lot of positional play. Something that's high valued in these teams is the positional play. Because, for example, why Lord Death likes corners so much. He understands how the positional works, and he knows why it's beneficial, which is why he puts his team there, because he believes it's the best meta for his team versus other teams. Going back inside of it, you can see these Havoc Exception, I always see them as seriously aggressive. Like, they're just there.
Right. No, 100%. And it's so that way they can do exactly what they're doing right now, where they got Win down in a corner, and they can leave one man on him to keep him down, and Incarnate actually did a great job here of getting a tag quickly on, I already forgot who it was, but got a tag on Exception to get one of their guys down when they were coming out to try to get the other two, and then they were able to get back in that corner and get the untag, which is what they need to keep doing to counter this Incarnate strategy, or exception strategy. Man, just so much.
You know, I'm gonna take you to casting school.
I need to go. I haven't been.
Gladly. We'll host I'll host a casting session.
You should call it the Casting Academy. It just sounds better.
Probably. It's probably better. Yeah. I'll take it. All right, we're on the lower minute of this first game. I'm gonna mute Sean, delete the TAs out of my head. I think they've been here too long. We have one down or one remaining on the side of exception, but everyone is back up. We have Lord Death, the only person up, and he gets at least one. That other should use the iframes to get his teammate back up, which always happens with these teams. We're at 30 seconds left. It is 1-2. Incarnate can either tie it or give it to exception. That's all they can do here. And I kind of want to see a tie. Actually, I don't, because I forgot the rule set, and I'll have to figure that out. No, yeah. I think I remember. But we're on the sub 20. I mean, you're looking at here, all they got to do is tag Brick, but Brick got everyone back up pretty quickly. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty fast. I don't know. Google it.
This is kind of interesting to see from exception here. If I were in their shoes, honestly, I would send someone out to kind of hide away in a corner to prevent exactly what just happened, because now we got a tie game and 5 seconds left. So it looks like we are going to end with a tie here, as neither team's going to die far enough.
A tie game in the first round, or first game, the first set, potential set of grand finals. Going to be taking a look at that. Hold on, crouch. Taking a look at the post-match board. We have Bomber with the 44, 22.
And here it is.
I'm rooting for Havoc.
All right, and we are kicking off. Starting off watching 24. We'll see how our strategies change up here, if they change up at all.
Absolutely.
Incarnate looks like they are not changing up their initial strategies in the slightest. Back to the corner immediately.
All right, so tie last game, correct?
Correct.
So if it's not a tie, whoever wins this game, if Havoc Exceptions wins this game, they win it. Wait. No, if Incarnate wins this game, they win it all. Exception has to win this game, and then another set. So, Havoc Incarnate really has to pull it out here. Or sorry, Exception really has to pull it out here if they want to keep themselves in the grand finals. Okay, but Havoc with a C or Havoc with a
C?
Bandit. Going lots of down in the middle. This is what we're looking for. Brick is doing the thing, doing the deed, doing the tag, doing the save. They're all doing everything and nothing all at the same time. This is Vertical Shift.
There you go. He said it.
No, that was just my warm-up. We're going to check out when.
Everybody.
Yeah. 24 going down, getting tagged. We got one person on the remaining of the tie. It is 0-2 on the side of Havoc Exception. This is in their favor to get a second set.
Yeah, this is definitely looking good for them. They need to just keep this up. If they can keep this pace and really keep Incarnate on their toes, I think Exception might be able to pull this out.
Absolutely. I mean, that would be beneficial for them because that means, you know, they got all the way through. They lost to Incarnate. Then they go to losers, win losers, come back finals, then win finals version 2. And then take it all. That'd be one way to really prove it that we are here to win.
Yeah.
And they have win. So
win is here to win.
Win is here to win. Yes, I agree. We're at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And 0-3. My boy.
Havoc had in those brief minutes in between rounds certainly worked well from them. What a quick round. Wow. Well done, Exception.
Exceptionally well, you could say. 0-4. And the side of the points, we have Zan being the only one remaining. He has to get all of his teammates up in order to bring everyone back. He does. He gets tagged, but he'll get the iframes when he comes back. And he should be okay. 4 minutes on the board, 1-4. Doing lots of tags, lots of crazy stuff going down. I mean, again, this is the burst. Where's TBG? He'd be so proud. Everyone go DM T-Dog to check out finals. Havoc v Havoc. Vertical Shift. Please.
4 minutes in, already 5-1. I think both these teams decided to get extremely more aggressive, and we see that reflected in the score here. Exception really came out hoping to win this one, and I think it is really working in their favor. They only need 2 more points to seal out this victory.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it is down to a 1-2. Bomber. What was that? Yeah, that's 1-6. I mean, Havoc Exception's like, bruh, it's my game. It's my time to shine again. They only got to win one more. And then they just cleared off the set for them.
Yep, and that'll leave us with one final set to do of these same two teams having a rematch and seeing who will take home all the glory.
Yeah, I'm honestly starting to vibe to this music while watching this gameplay. We have a lot of tags going down on the side of Havoc. They're going to try and get... Wait. On the side of Exception. We're going to have to try and get them back up to get themselves back in the game. Lord Death being the only one trading that out for Bomber. Brick tagging 24. Lord Death saving both of his teammates to keep himself in the round with 3 minutes remaining. Lord Death getting another tag on to Win. Brick saving Win quite instantly. Win tagging 24. Bomber saving 24. 24 instantly going to tag 7. Bomber tagging Brick. Win tagging Bomber. Lord Death tagging Win. 24 tagging Bomber. Sand saving Win. Going absolutely insane. This is what happens when you put these two teams together, because they go absolute... Dang, I really just missed that setup to say it's absolute havoc. It's absolute havoc in this stadium.
Yeah, for anyone wondering, our reel that tells us exactly who's tagged to or who's saved to is going so fast we don't even actually have time to read it. And it can't even keep up with itself.
Yeah, it keeps overlaying and lost that, but you are watching Bomber Blast go absolutely in ham with all these tags. My voice is going shot. I'm losing my voice. It's cracking, and I am ready to see the result of these finals. Win getting a double tag, Brick getting tag on the Lord Death, and Blue
left.
Havoc Exception wins the first set of finals.
What a set. What a match. Absolutely incredible performances.
Set is, as always, 1st to 7, 6 minutes on the clock, playing in the corner as per usual, I guess, for this team.
Yeah.
Gonna be doing what they do best. Bomber and Win and Zan, honestly, just trading out tags quite immediately. They're just, I mean, they didn't even wait. They're not feeling each other out. They're just going absolutely ham for it.
They've had enough time to get used to each other these past few matches. They know exactly what to expect, and I think they're just ready to go.
We already got Havoc Incarnate with 1 point on the board. Absolute chaos. They're diving straight into the middle. Havoc Incarnate is going to the corner. I'm really kind of hoping Exception pushes them out of the corner. Look how fast they leave. They know what they're up against. They know what's going to happen. Brick's chasing them, and I imagine Exception's going to split off and try and corner them, which would kind of be hilarious.
Yeah, we've got who's that running off on their own in the corner. That's probably not the best move for him, but it depends on who wins that exchange over there. We've got 24 down alone. We also got Win down. Oh, Win's back up. Now Bomber Blast alone by himself off in this corner, separated from his team. Not a great position to be in. We'll see how we'll try to navigate this untag here.
Watching Bomber's perspective, we can know that he's the last person on this team, as Dave stated, for Team Incarnate. He needs to stay on the board to try and get some points up. Basically, he loses this, he puts themselves at a tie in grand finals, he gets a double save. It could be a legendary moment for his teams to clutch the first win for Havoc Incarnate, or as a tournament itself. But we're going to be watching in. We're going to see what he does in these walls. Does he take any advice from Ben from earlier, from playing high to hide himself? It looks like he might be doing exactly that. He's been found. He's getting collapsed. He got taken right back to spawn.
Yeah. Barely even moved. He was already there.
So, Havoc Incarnate. So, they're tied. So, corner does not matter. Well, actually, that's a... No, yeah, since this is the first game of this set, if they tie, it goes to both of them, and then the following kind of rule set like that. So there's not a lot of heavy pressure here to force a play, which makes the corner not as important, but it's just kind of their staple. So you learn to somehow beat the corners, you win versus Incarnate.
Yeah, now we see the exact reverse situation that Bomber found himself in momentarily ago. Brick doing an excellent job getting a tag. Can he get the untags off? He does.
Absolutely.
They're back up. All teams, all members back up.
The first 2 minutes of this match are down so far, and it is currently 1-1. And again, we do have Havoc Incarnate versus an Exception. We're going to be doing lots of craziness in this corner, I feel like. Lots of saves and tags from the side of Incarnate. An Exception responding very well with those saves back and forth. Zan's tagging Lord Death, 24 saving, and Bomber saving their other teammates lots again. This is just kind of the reset cycles. Two in-sync systems playing against each other, trying to hope someone slips up or makes a mistake to end the round quite instantly when that happens. We do have Lord Death saving 24. Bomber Blast saving Lord Death. Win tagging Bomber. And then a bunch of tags and saves coming out from the side of Havoc Incarnate. Bomber tagging Brick, 24 tagging Zan. Wow, we had a whole second of silence there. Crazy. Right. Zan saving Brick, Win tagging 24. It just lagged because there's so many things going on. 24 tagging. Oh my god, I can't even do it. So much chaos going around in this corner. Zan is on a tagging spree. Oh my gosh, the first half of this first game is in the bag of 1-1. So what are these teams going to do to change it up to get another point on the board? We do have Win trying to help and get a tag on the 24, but instantly being picked back up by Bomber. They're just playing in this corner, which Incarnate seems to like. So I feel like we should find a way to get Exception out of that corner. Or Incarnate out of that corner.
I agree. But you know what? It's honestly, I wouldn't say it's going either one way or the other for either of these teams. So maybe Exception is just perfectly happy playing in that corner. And actually, they just won that point, so maybe they are. Maybe it's actually on Incarnate here to not play in the corner. But, well, Lord Death, I find that somehow unlikely.
Absolutely. Checking out Win. Win, who's here to win on Havoc Exception, playing exceptionally well. Lord Death tagging someone because it goes too fast. Zan getting a double save. Brick tagging Win. Brick saving Zan quite instantly. 24 tagging Brick. Zan saving his teammates again. This is just so much burst chaos, but when it comes down to these finals, it's just bursty all the time. I don't even know what to call that. You know what it is?
It's Havoc.
It's Havoc.
You know that's right.
Lord Death getting a tag and a save, then followed up by a save on the 24. Brick saving Zan. Zan saving Death. Zan tagging Bomber. Oh, wait, there's too many things going back and forth. Brick tagging 2 players on the side of Incarnate, instantly getting a save, pulling everyone back up. Lord Death is down, and now everyone is back up. We are 1-2 with 1 minute 43 seconds left on the board. 2-2. Win. We have 1 minute 40 seconds left on the board. It is currently tied in the second set of the grand finals. Lord Death 24 Bomber, Brick, Zan, and Win all versus each other. All representatives of Havoc, causing havoc to each other in both their split teams in this vertical shift shockwave tournament. It is going to be both teams trying to position themselves in the best way possible to figure out how to win. Speaking of win,
yeah, neither of these teams are going to want to give up this early game. They're both going to want to have that lead going into the second game. That takes a lot of pressure off of them. So I think we're going to see some crazy plays coming up here in this last minute to really try to secure that victory, get that point advantage, and maybe have an easier time in that second match, play it a little safer.
Zan is absolutely popping off with these double tags and double saves. Lord Death is doing it as well, getting double saves on his team pretty constantly, pretty consistently. You're seeing, it's if you watch the board and the kind of tag reel on the left, you can see it's actions from Incarnate, actions from Exception. It's just going tagging back and forth. It's Win getting a double right there, followed by the red team getting a point. It is now 3-2, and Havoc Incarnate. This is the first round of this set, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 30 seconds on the board, 3-2. Exception really wants to get 2 points here. They just need to go ham. I know Lord Death is going to go into the corner, and they're just going to kind of fly around and avoid it. They know they want to secure this point. Zan gets the tag on the 24. They could still collapse this to tie this. That'd be absolutely kind of nutty. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually kind of hoping it happens. It'd be pretty cool. 15 seconds on the board. Watching Bomber. What is he going to do here? He goes lower, comes back around. He's going to go for the save.
He gets it. Yeah, it looks like Incarnate did a great job of just running down the clock, keeping it safe, and actually ended up winning that round there because Exception had to go for the tags to get that tie, so this round will go to Incarnate.
Incarnate does in fact secure this. Red team wins. Havoc Incarnate takes the first round. I know it's intense, please. But you can see that game was intense. Like camping. Because it's intense.
I see.
Anyway, going into the potentially last round of the grand finals.
I'm excited. Anything can happen. It's still anybody's game. Exception can take this W and throw us into another round.
Absolutely. Going to go right in there. We are checking with Win. Chasing down. Dude, this is a nutty shot right here. Just all of Exception chasing down all of Incarnate. That's actually kind of crazy. You know what?
Wow, what a turn by Incarnate. What
my
teamwork.
God.
Wow.
You know that was a call out. You know it was like, all right, turn around in 3, 2, 1, boom, and they just walked it around.
That was so in sync.
That's something that I can't tell. And we got Havoc Incarnate getting the first point up.
I mean, after that play, they deserved that.
I mean, like, I can imagine the comms right now.
Fun to watch.
Just, yeah, having Exception go again. And just, we're chasing. Just Lord Death is like, I command now. And it's just everywhere explodes.
Just immediate turnaround, dive in on him, get the tag on Win. What a play that was.
That was like some big brain right there. Like you'd expect it, but like that coordination in such a late high intensity game, absolutely insane. Looking at Lord Death.
Yeah, they make it look easy, but I can guarantee you that is not easy at all.
It's all about them comms. look a little bit of Brick's perspective. Never mind. 1-1. Made it so you could like throw hand signs. Like you're flying next to your homie and you're like, I know they can't see it, but like make some signs like, oh, that means play this. You'd just be kind of like funny. It just sounds like a hype moment. We are now almost 2 minutes down to this game. It is currently 1-1. Exception needs to get a point, honestly. So here's what we do, right? If you're an exception and your goal is to just win, get a point, run away. 4 minutes.
Yeah. It's not a bad strategy. It's definitely a risky one because if you aren't going for more points and if you only keep that 1 point lead, that could spell doom for you because if Incarnate is able to get that single point back, especially near the end without much time left and force the tie, Incarnate takes this.
No, that's absolutely true because like if you think about it, especially for this particular game where ties mean Incarnate wins. I honestly kind of want to, yeah, I mean, I guess that is what happens here. Ties get at the point. So in the light, I mean, yeah, we're just so many bursts. I'm tired of calling all of these tags because they don't matter 0.00001 seconds after they are called. No game-changing events here. Watching a little bit of Brick, we are, we're not even at the halfway point of this game. There's still plenty of times. It's still 1-1. We could have Exception get 2 points up. We could have Incarnate go 2 up. There's just so much untold story here.
Yeah, it looks like everybody down but Bomber. Can he get he does get him at least one back up.
That's all.
And
that
now
matters.
they're all back up.
Because once you get your teammate done, especially with how fast these fights move, you have enough iframe time to get the other team if you play super close to each other, which is a benefit. 24 is the last person up. Come on, Havoc Exception. I want to see you come back and win.
We want more matches.
More matches. Lord Death on a tagging spree. Bomber tagging Brick. Win tagging Bomber. 24 tagging Zan. Zeth. Never mind. Going down at it. 24 tagging Bomber. Brick tagging everyone. Just so much chaos down here. Playing at the lower parts of the pink spawn. It's just kind of intense. I'm not going to lie. I mean, just everyone's just kind of going absolute bonkers. We do have 2 points on the board for Incarnate. So now we do have 2 points. Skywalker, the shout out. 2 minutes and 37 seconds under the halfway point for this game. Waiting for all of this to break down. Exception has to get 2 points.
Yeah, I think we see Exception getting a little bit more desperate here, and I think getting a little bit more aggressive. And I think that might actually end up playing into Incarnate's game here. So hopefully they can keep their cool a bit, keep these saves up, make sure they aren't chasing too hard for tags. And we actually see Incarnate take a move here. So I think we're going to see Exception's desperation just, if anything, just keep rising.
I'm surprised that they allowed Exception to get that close in the corner. Because, I mean, they've been playing the corner and running away. So I was just kind of surprised they allowed Exception to get that close to him. I mean, with 2 minutes, with how fast these teams work, they could pull something out. Like, I would not be surprised for 30 seconds and they bring it up 2 points. But clock's ticking.
It is unstoppable. It marches on.
You can just see Brick doing these, like, back and forth. He's ready. Everyone's ready. Wynn's ready. Bomber. Win. I mean, it's just all these excellent players on both sides. Like, this is the moment. This is almost, I think, the second biggest prize pool we've had ever in Vertical Shift Esports. And so, approaching the final minute, I mean, this is the money game. This is the first or second prize, and those are the biggest out of the docket. So, I mean, Exception must win 3 points here.
Yeah, and I think we see Incarnate now going with that strategy of just try to run away and run down the clock as best they can.
It's definitely the end game.
We are for sure in the end game.
Absolutely. This is the final minute of Havoc Incarnate versus Havoc Exception. Set 2 of the finals. It is 4-1. It is inching out of reach of Havoc Exception here. Being the final minute, they either have the mindset of, I know it, this is it, it's done, or we're about to beat the other team.
Yeah. And you can see right now, instead of their usual grouping, Incarnate's just fully split up. They're just trying to run down as much time as they can. With a 3-point lead, it's okay if they even throw a round or two. As long as they burn off enough time, there's no way Exception can make a comeback. And with another point on the board for them, I'm going to go ahead and say it's all but impossible for Exception to come back at this point.
Taking that, though, Havoc Incarnate, when they lost the last tournament to Exception, they deemed that their vengeance would be big. And this is it, coming down to the final 20 seconds. It is 5-1. This is the end soon. They are doing the tornado, perhaps out of respect. I wonder if the other team's going to do it as well. Or are they just going to end the game? Come on, do the tornado out. I think that's like a dope way to go out, is Havoc v Havoc. The most respectful way to do it. And 1 second remaining. Havoc Incarnate. Wait, they got a point.
Exception takes 1 point back.
One red team wins. Havoc Incarnate taking the Shockwave tournament. We're going to look at those stats in just a very moment. I'm going to turn down the crowd. You know, let them run wild. It doesn't matter at all. Anyways, going back into the post-match stats with Brick's name in the way. It's okay. Havoc Incarnate, congratulations. Bomber Blast 24 and Lord Death especially. I know he's been after this for a long time. Every one of them have. But GG to both Havoc teams, doing absolutely insane work every time they're in game, every time they're in tournament, scrims, practice, scrums, doesn't even matter at all. They fought for this. Exception did have the unfortunate in the other game before, but Incarnate honestly kind of proved that it might not even do anything.
Yeah, no, they came out, and they came out strong. I mean, 27 tags from Bomber Blast and Lord Death. That's just beyond impressive. I mean, come on. How do you get down all 3 members of the team at the same time when you have 2 members going with 27 on tags?
That's absolutely badonkers. Well, that is. All right, yo, I just got in that we do have a potential interview from Brick. Just going to be waiting a moment to get him inside of the stream, and we'll bring him live to talk to you and the team and the crowd and tell his thoughts. So once I get Brick in here, I will shoot him over live. He's going to run an ad. They're waiting for Brick to get in Discord to bring him up on the stream and have him ready in just 1 moment.